Hey gang, welcome to the National Weed Appreciation Day edition of our CPA News Update. And I've got a yard full of appreciating to do, so let's get right to it so I can get back to work. Bill Sheridan here with the Maryland Association of CPAs and the Business Learning Institute. Here's what's happening around the profession today, Monday, March 28th, 2016. First up, Congress has quietly approved the Taxpayer Bill of Rights as part of the Protecting Americans from Tax Hikes Act, of 2015. That's a mouthful. Codification of this collection of protections, which has been kicking around for several years and eventually embraced by the IRS, could be significant. Now, the 10 fundamental rights include the following: the right to be informed, the right to quality service, the right to pay no more than the correct amount of tax, the right to challenge the IRS's position and be heard, the right to appeal an IRS decision in an independent forum, the right to finality, the right to privacy, the right to confidentiality, the right to retain representation, and finally, the right to a fair and just tax system. You can read more about that at CPApracticeadvisor.com. In the first week of March, the Internal Revenue Service answered 73% of calls on its toll-free telephone lines. That's more than double what it did in 2015. That's according to agency data that show consistent improvement this year. The average wait time is now about 9 minutes. That's down from 21 minutes. The reduced wait times during tax filing season, which ends April 18th this year, were possible because of a cash infusion from Congress, but they only temporarily obscure continued problems at the U.S. tax agency. Audits are down, identity theft is persistent, tax lawyers still gripe about the lack of published rules, and many controversies continue to pop up. And the IRS and its allies say the agency desperately needs more money. You can read more about that at the Wall Street Journal's website. Elsewhere, the IRS is reminding taxpayers who turned 70 and a half during 2015 that in most cases they must start receiving required minimum distributions from individual retirement accounts and workplace retirement plans by this Friday, April 1st, 2016. The April 1st deadline applies to owners of traditional, including SEP and simple IRAs, but not to Roth IRAs. Normally, it also applies to participants in various workplace retirement plans, including 401k, 403b, and 457b plans. You can read more about that at irs.gov. The International Auditing and Assurance Standards Board has released a new auditing standard entitled Engagements to Report on Summary Financial Statements. The standard deals with the auditor's responsibilities to report on summary financial statements derived from financial statements audited by that same auditor in accordance with international standards on auditing. You can read more about that at accountingtoday.com. New data finds that young adults are outstripping older generations in their savings goals. Good news there. A new survey by Bankrate.com found that adults under 30 are really stepping up their game. More than 6 in 10 said that they were saving at least 5% of their income. That's up 20 percentage points from last year. Nearly 3 in 10 said they were saving more than 10% of their income, bringing them nearly on par with the number of people across all age brackets that are saving more than 10% of their income. Read more at NBCnews.com. And speaking of millennials, they prefer videos when it comes to learning, including when they research business products and services. That's according to a new study that looks at marketing channels, content types, and other factors that affect the business decision-making of young professionals. Their preference for videos has most millennials turning to YouTube and Facebook, which frequently embeds video content. Read more about that at CPApracticeadvisor.com. Finally, don't miss the MACPA's 2016 Forensic Valuation Conference. It's slated for April. What date was that? It's in April. I'll look that date up here in a second. The event serves CPAs who are involved or interested in business valuation, litigation support, and forensic accounting. It's worth 9 hours of CPE, and a webcast option is available. You can get details and register at macpa.org. In fact, I'm going to head over there right now and make sure I get the right date there for you for that conference. Again, the Forensic Valuation Conference slated for April 25th in Baltimore. Sorry for the confusion on that. April 25th in Baltimore. Again, details, registration, and information at our website, macpa.org. That's it for today, everyone. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.